Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome to Anime King 2. And today I'm going to be giving you part 22 of What If Naruto Got a New Bloodline. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual. Share this to all of your friends on your social media platform. And also, go and check out Uchiha Naruto the Sage. I post a new episode of that on this channel and on my main channel Anime King. And if this is the first time you're hearing of my main channel, go ahead and check it out. And if you enjoy, there are over 500 lovely what ifs over there. So if you enjoy those, give it a subscribe and click that subscribe button. And thank you for all of your help and your support. So tonight over there, I'm gonna be posting what if Naruto was trained to be a mercenary, and also what if Naruto wasn't a Susuke. So go over there and check it out and enjoy. And if you're new to Anime King 2 and this is the first time you're hearing my voice, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join the Anime King family and be a part of the channel. And thank you for all of your support and help, and comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying and talking back to all of you. So without further ado, let's get straight into this. So the last time we left off, we ended up having the time skip and Naruto arrived at Konoha as he had a small sparring match with Kakashi just to prove his strength to Tsunade. After that, him and all his girls went out to celebrate that he's back. After a long night of drinking, Amy drank too much and Naruto summoned clones to bring the other girls home, as him escorted Amy home personally because she was drunk. So, the last part we left off was when Naruto was in front of Amy's house and she was searching through her bra for her key. So yeah guys, you can switch across the playlist and check out the other parts. But let's start this new episode. Amy couldn't find the key, so Naruto ended up picking the lock as they went on in. Now come on and let me get you to bed so you can go to sleep and sleep off all these bulls. As Naruto looked around the house, trying to find her room, as she was in no position to help right now. As she nodded, as she walked past him, as Naruto followed behind her. "Here we are," she said, as she opened the door. As he looked inside, it was a basic room with white walls and pictures and paintings on the walls. He then was pushed as Amy pushed him inside. As Naruto turned around, as she came in as well. "Now silly, you wouldn't expect me to go to bed without having any fun." "Fun?" Naruto said. "Yes, fun. Now let's have some special fun." I don't think that it's the time for that now. You're drunk. You should just go to bed. You're not thinking properly. Please," she begged, as if she was a small puppy looking at him. As he then smelled the alcohol on her breath, as that breaking from his trance. "No, you need to go to bed. And if you do, I will give you a kiss goodnight," Naruto said, as she pouted at that. "Alright," she said, as she started to strip down to her bra and panties. "What are you doing?" Naruto asked, as he was blushing. "You were the one that told me to get ready for bed," she said. "I meant get ready to sleep." "But I can't sleep with my clothes on," she said, as she turned fully towards him. "Fine," Naruto said, as he then turned around as she stripped off everything, as she slowly went under the covers. "I am ready," she said, as he then walked up to her and he gave her a kiss right on the lips, as it lasted for about 10 seconds, as her entire face was red, also his, as it was getting hot until Naruto broke it. "Now go to bed," Naruto said, as he kissed her on the forehead. As Naruto then left, as she just get comfortable. "I'm lucky that the old man wasn't awake to see that, or he would have killed me," said Naruto, as he just headed off. At his home, Naruto arrived as he stretched. "Finally, I'm home," he said. As Haku was already inside, the place was clean as usual, as he sit down with her on the couch, as the both of them start to talk. 2 hours later, Naruto felt his eyelids getting heavy, as his body was extremely tired from traveling back to Konoha and also the long day that he had and his battle with Kakashi. So he kissed Haku goodnight as he then went upstairs to go and sleep. The next morning, The sun came up as it sent a beam of light through his window, shooting him in the eye, as that was enough to make Naruto wake up. Damn it, son, why do you have to be so bright? Naruto mentally complained as he was about to get up when he felt something heavy down half of his body. As he then turned and noticed that it was Haku, as he smiled at the girl. It's happy to be home and sleep with her once again, Naruto said. But I wonder how Fu is doing. Naruto didn't want to wake Haku, so he gently lifted her hand, trying to get up. But she was sleeping, but she grabbed him and pulled him in even closer, as he was trapped now. Seeing that, as he didn't want to wake her, he decided to just rest there. As a few hours later, Haku woke up as she realized how close she and Naruto was, as his hand was resting on her breast and his leg was between her legs, very close to that spot. As she then noticed the small bulge on the blanket, as she smiled as she saw that Naruto was still asleep. As her blush started to increase as she thought about the one part of the relationship they haven't done yet. So acting on her curiosity, she gently moved her hand slowly down so she wouldn't wake Naruto. As she gently reached down and checked to see what he has underneath the blanket. Are boys supposed to be this big? She wondered as her face got red. I wonder if those books are right. I want to see it, she said, as she saw that he wasn't awake yet, so a small peep wouldn't hurt. As she was moving the blanket off of him, as she stopped, as Naruto moved a small bit, but she continued to move it, as she slowly pulled down his boxers, as she was then shocked to what she saw, as her hand moved on its own, and wrapped around it. It's so warm than the rest of his body, she thought, as her entire face was red to the point of exploding. Well, I guess he's still asleep, so I should try those things I saw in the book. As she then started to move her hands around, as Naruto was beginning to wake up, as he was wondering what was this feeling. As he then looked down to see Haku, her head. What is she doing? As he then felt shiver run through his spine. As Haku noticed that he was awake, and Naruto was in a mood as Haku slowly started to take off her clothes. As the both of them were staring in each other's eyes, but before he could do anything more, Naruto, are you home? Said a voice, as someone knocked on his door. Let's just forget who that is, said Naruto, as Naruto was going back in, but the person started to knock again and call out his name. Outside was Sakura. He just got home. He can't be out doing stuff already, Sakura thought, a bit annoyed. As Haku stopped him, it was Sakura. Damn it, Naruto cursed in his mind. Alright, I will go and see what she wants, Naruto said. As Naruto slowly opened the door. Hey Sakura, what can I do for you? He said, as he was a bit angry, as she glanced at what he was wearing and blushed. Well, she said, stuttering a bit, I just had a message from Tsunade and I was wondering if we could talk over breakfast, Sakura told him, trying not to look at his appearance. He's basically wearing a t-shirt and boxers. Does he think that's the right way to greet someone? And that's a shirt that he wore yesterday. And it's all wrinkled up. And what is that smell? Sakura thought, as she started to blush a bit. For a while she worked in the hospital, she walked in on some of her patients doing it, and that was the same kind of smell. So she had a good idea what Naruto was doing. I am sorry, I didn't realize that you were having a relationship. I will talk with you later, Sakura said, as she then turned to leave. Wait, Sakura, Naruto said, stopping her. It's okay, we just got a bit handsy while waking up. Just give me 10 minutes, and I'll meet you someplace, okay? Naruto asked her. Okay, do that then. I'll give you 30 minutes, she said, as Haku then walked out fully dressed. Sorry, Sakura. Do you want me to make some breakfast instead of you guys going out? Haku asked. No, it's okay. We can just go somewhere. Just didn't expect you guys to be doing that, Sakura told her with her cheeks red. Well, I was just curious. After falling asleep beside Naruto, Haku told her bluntly. I see, Sakura muttered, as she headed off. As the first person who she came up to was Kiba, and Kiba asked her what was wrong. As she looked at him, her face was all flustered. Well, it's just Haku and Naruto. Haku and Naruto are doing what? Asked Kiba. Well, I can't tell you, she said as she ran off. Kiba was actually going over to Naruto's house, as he had to talk to Naruto and also Haku. Kakashi is going to do a training sparring seminar with his team and also with Team 8, and Kiba was to go and tell Naruto. Kiba got there as he saw Haku on the way, and he told her as Haku nodded and said that she will go to the training field to meet Kakashi. As Kiba then saw nothing wrong as he went by Naruto's. As he knocked on the door, but Naruto opened the door instantly as Naruto was ready to leave to go and meet Tsunade, what Sakura said. As Kiba looked at Naruto, as he then sniffed. What is that? What are you talking about? Asked Naruto. Wait, that is why Oh, I get it now, said Kiba, as Naruto looked at Kiba. What's the matter, Kiba? Naruto asked. Oh, nothing, said Kiba, as he then relayed the information to him, what Kakashi said. With the day, Naruto went off as he went to Tsunade, as it wasn't nothing really important, just a couple of missions and some clan problem and all that. So Naruto then went to Kakashi, as when he got there he greeted Hinata, as through the sparring, he saw Hinata glaring at Haku as he wondered why. So after that, all of the girls decided, cause Ino came there as well, and they all decided to go to the hot springs. Haku, Ino and Hinata, and also Sakura. Ah, this feels good after a hard day of training, Ino said as she stretched out her legs under the water. It does feel good, Haku said with a smile. As they then felt someone's ki rising as they turned and saw Hinata, and a dark, ominous glow was around her. Hinata, are you okay? Ino asked. No, I'm not. I heard from Kiba that someone was trying to take Naruto's first time away from me, Hinata said as she glared daggers at Haku. Now Hinata, I promise you, I had no desire to take his first from you, Haku said as she raised her hands in defense. Okay then, why did Kiba told our friends that he won the bet about who Naruto will take first? Hinata asked as she glared at Haku. But I promise, we didn't go all the way. We were just feeling up each other, I promise. Haku said with a blush on her face, remembering what happened, as Hinata calmed slightly after hearing that they didn't, as Ino also commented on the situation. Now hold on, Hinata. You got to remember he's all of ours. So it is first come first serve with getting Naruto's first. As Haku just proved that you need to go faster or one of us might take it from you, Ino said. I may have accepted that he needs to marry multiple girls, but I will take all of his first, Hinata said, as she said it in a demanding tone. Okay, Hinata, I am sure they understand, but now can we please just enjoy the bath? Sakura asked, terrified of the girl in front of her. She was no longer the warm, shy Hinata, as she was an angry, pissed off woman. As Hinata sighed, as the place felt light again, as both Haku and Ino gulped. Nighttime, Naruto's apartment. Hey, Haku, you home? Naruto walked in, as his apartment was dark. Seeing that the apartment was dark and no one answered him, he was sure that she wasn't here. He shrugged as he turned the lights on as he walked into the house. But he then got on edge as he felt someone's chakra in the house, even though they were trying to suppress it as much as they could. As he also noticed that the entire house had on silencing seals. So he quickly grabbed a kunai and slowly walked to the door where he felt the chakra coming from, as he then pushed the door open to see the intruder. But he was shocked as he dropped the kunai. "Hinata, what are you doing here?" Naruto asked, as she was in a kimono and it was letting her show off her curves and cleavage. "Hello Naruto, I just came to see if what I heard was true," Hinata told him in a sweet voice as she walked over to him. "Okay Hinata," Hinata said to herself, "you can do this. You start off strong, so just do it." "What did you heard that make you come here so late at night?" Naruto asked as he was confused. "Well, a certain source told me that you and Haku had some fun last night," Hinata told him with a frown. "And who was that?" Naruto said, as he was wondering if Sakura told them or she told anyone else. "Oh, it was Kiba." "That damn mutt. Just watch what I'm going to do to him," Naruto said, as he then sighed. "Yes, me and Haku did have an intimate moment, but you knew eventually that that was going to happen between all of us," Naruto told her, as he then blushed, thinking about having sex with each of the girls. As Hinata then walked up closer to him and pressed her breast on his chest. "Yes, I know eventually you'll have to do it with all of us. But," she said, whispering in his ear, "I want to be your first." As Naruto felt a shiver went through his spine as the way her breath fell on his ear, as Hinata then moved back a bit as she took off the kimono, showing that she had nothing underneath, making Naruto's jaw drop. As she slowly walked back to the bed. "Are you coming?" she asked him, as Naruto snapped out of his shock as he walked up to the bed, as from the time with Haku, he now enjoyed the moments and he wasn't going to say no or turn it down, as he quickly took off all of his clothes as he was left in his boxers, as Hinata pulled off his boxers and looked at him with a smile on her face, a very seductive smile, as Naruto felt shiver run down his spine as she started to go on her knees. "Yes, I would be Naruto's first for everything," Hinata said. The next morning, both of them were still wrapped up in each other's arms, as Naruto had a smile on his face as he woke up. "Now I realize why Pervy Sage loved this so much. Sex is awesome," Naruto said with a big smile on his face, as Hinata was still asleep as Naruto looked over at her. As Naruto looked to the door that closed off Haku's room from his, as he was surprised as he thought that Haku would randomly walk in, as he started to see Hinata turning, as both of them didn't have any clothes on, as she looked at him and smiled, as she remembered what happened last night, as she let out a heap, as she tried to cover herself with the blankets. "Good morning, Naruto," as Haku stopped, as she already opened the door and looked inside, but she then went back to her room and closed the door, as she had a good idea what happened. As Naruto sighed as he looked at Hinata. "So, Hinata," as he lifted up the blanket as she pushed it back down. "Please stop teasing me, Naruto," she said. "We should get cleaned up and ready for the day." "Yeah, you're right," Naruto said as he stood up, as he then moved the blanket again, as he got a good look. "Stop that," she said, as he then remembered something. "Oh, Hinata, I wasn't really wearing a condom or anything. What if," as Hinata frowned a bit as he saw that. "So, you don't want to have a child with me?" she asked, sounding a bit sad, as Naruto walked up to her, as he gave her a hug, feeling all of her body pressing against his, as his face turned red as he lost his train of thought, as he was about to say something to make her feel better, but he was in another world, as he remembered what happened last night, all the godly things. As he then spoke, "I always wanted a family to call my own, but are you ready for that sort of relationship? For that commitment?" Naruto asked. "Though, when we do have kids, if we have a girl, I hope she get her looks from her mother, because your beauty is unlike any other beauty I have ever seen," Naruto told her. as she blushed as she pulled him in for a kiss, and it went into a full makeout session until the both of them realized that they were absolutely naked. We should get dressed, Naruto said, as Hinata awkwardly blushed. Soon enough, the both of them got all cleaned up, as they were now around the table with Haku. As Haku played it off like she didn't see anything, as she asked Naruto what was his plans for today, as she gave the both of them breakfast. I don't know, I guess I'll train a bit, as he wasn't really thinking about that, seeing that he had other things on his mind. So he quickly finished his breakfast, as he put his plate into the sink, as he kissed both of the girls goodbye, leaving the both of them in the apartment. So, you make sure to get what you wanted, Haku stated as she looked at Hinata, who was now completely red. Yes, Hinata admitted. Okay. At least you were nice enough to keep me from hearing anything, Haku said. You aren't mad? Asked Hinata. No, why would I be? We all are in love with him, and we know that he loves us. So his first to me doesn't really matter, as long as I know that he loves me. I mean, I want to get to that part of the relationship, but I am in no rush, said Haku. The thing that happened yesterday was just a bit too excited and we got overhand. But I am tempted, seeing that you're glowing, said Haku as she looked at Hinata. I mean, were you trying for seconds? Haku asked as Hinata started to blush as her face looked like a tomato as she then finally passed out. As Haku giggled, the same shy Hinata, she said. After regaining consciousness, Hinata said goodbye to Haku as she was heading home, as she realized that she was wearing the same old clothes and she didn't take a bath after her activity. As she quickly got self-conscious, as she jumped to the rooftops and quickly headed to her clan compound as fast as possible. As she finally got home, as she avoided everyone, as she was now relaxing in a bath. Ah, that feels good, Hinata said, as her whole body felt sore after last night, especially between her legs. But now she was relaxing, as she didn't want to leave the bath. But then the door opened up, as her younger sister walked in. Hello, Hanabi, Hinata called out. Hello, Hinata, said Hanabi, as this was mostly a giant bathtub like the hot spring, so Hanabi entered as well. You seem to be in a good mood, said Hanabi. I am, said Hinata. Yeah, usually. You're even shy in here with your own family, but now you're not. And you seem to be glowing for some reason, Hanabi explained, as she noticed her sister's face and that glow around her. It's true, Hinata said, as she remembered that a girl gets a glowing aura after they had sex. Well, that was what she read in the book, as her face then turned red after hearing that. I wonder if adults are going to find out about this if they see me. Well, I have no idea what could have caused that, said Hinata, lying to Hanabi. So you're sure that you haven't done anything different that made you change so drastically? She asked. No, Hinata said, as she was nervous. Fine, said Hanabi. Anyways, how have you been lately? Hinata asked as she looked at Hanabi, trying to start a different conversation. I have been pretty good. Father says that my skills have been improving at a very fast rate. And I also found out that one of the people I have been looking into is back at the village. She replied calmly. One of the people that you have been looking into? Hinata asked. Well, it's Naruto Uzumaki, Hanabi told her, surprising her sister. Why Naruto? Asked Hinata. Well, you only started change when I noticed him spending more time around you, Hanabi admitted. Or it could have been that I started to work hard so I can get stronger, said Hinata. Maybe. But no, I will go with the Naruto thing. Since the both of you have been spending a lot of time together, you start to train and even to train really harder so you can get stronger. Is it him that you want to impress? Hanabi asks. After all of the romantic books said that shinobis will fall in love to a girl that are near their skill level, Hanabi explained. Hanabi, Hinata called out. Well, he's a good choice at least. The last member of our well-known clan. Not to mention, he does look quite attractive, Hanabi said with a small blush on her face. Do you have a crush on Naruto? Hinata asked surprised, seeing that her sister didn't show any interest in any male. No, Hanabi stuttered out. As if I could ever get a crush on someone so unpredictable. But you just said that he was good for me, said Hinata. Yeah, he may be good for you, but that doesn't mean I have to like him because he has cute whiskers, Hanabi said, as she then blushed that slipped out. Cute whiskers, huh? Said Hinata. Shut up, I don't like him and that is final, Hanabi told her as she then got a towel and got out of the bath as Hinata sighed. But guys, I'm gonna be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember to share to all of your friends on your social media platform. And go ahead and check out What If Naruto Got a New Bloodline. It's coming after this. And also What If Naruto Was Nasusuke. So stay in tune. Those are going to be on my main channel, Anime King. But for now, I'm out of here guys. Peace.